So today's video is more of a reaction to a price prediction I've seen, and I'm going to correct it because I think it's absurd. I wasn't planning to do a YouTube video this week. I was due to have a little bit of a break, but I thought I have to do this because I'm sick of this stuff in the industry. This is why I made a playlist for price predictions. We will come back to it. So if you like this stuff, leave a like, comment. Obviously, if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. And yeah, I will go back to them to see if I did okay or if certain levels hit. I use key levels, I use Fibonacci and price action around those points. And if it goes beyond all-time highs, the only thing we can go on is extension levels on a Fibonacci realistically. But some people, and I will show you this price prediction, feel free to comment if you agree with this one or if you agree with the one I'm talking about. Let me know. I want to know in the comments because it's getting a little bit stupid now. Let's talk about it. There's a channel I spotted on YouTube called Jamie Tree. Never heard of it until it very recently popped up on my YouTube feed randomly, right? But this is the singing question. You know, Ethereum will 125x, stuff like that. But you've got other videos in this cycle of, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin are about to explode. All these kind of buzzy screenshots, and this is why I've changed my content for a bit of a social experiment to see how the views are doing. It works, it gets people in, but there's a right way and a wrong way of doing it. So let's talk about this prediction. If that is the case, Ethereum will be, our current live price is approximately $225,000 per coin, right? You know, when we're talking about that as a price target, it's ridiculous. And when we talk about that as a $27.1 trillion market cap, that is bigger than gold. Bigger than most of the daily volume going through the FX market as well. Crazy when you think about it. So try not to get fallen into that trap that you're going to make a lot of money on Ethereum, because yes, you will probably make some money if you buy the lows. Like anything, it is still undervalued in my opinion, due to some things I want to explain in this video. However, thus been said, maybe look for something a little bit lower that may well achieve those said results in the casino section, because you're going to find it quite hard to find something like that in the top 5 of crypto to make that return, in my opinion. Let's talk about some of the stuff that I am bullish on. Mentioned it a few weeks ago when staking came live in terms of the withdrawal side of it. I was very excited at the prospect of getting that total supply higher because it will attract new people, and that new people will allow people to go onto the market and go and withdraw instead of being locked in it. I said that it would probably be more attractive to a lot of people, and what we're seeing now, a lot more people are depositing their Ethereum. That is bullish. They're locking it up to stake to returns. Look at the returns. It's freaking huge, man. It's awesome. And I've been staking this for nearly 8-9 months now. I've always had a small bag of Ethereum, a tiny bag, and then I've been adding. I've got a decent bag now. I'm very happy with my position, and I'm just sitting on it. I'm just like, yeah, cool. I'm making passive income in Ethereum. Freaking amazing. But yeah, remember, it's going to go down to 125x. It's going to go boom, boom. No, it's not. Anyways, let's talk about the price action. So I'm going to clear the chart. You don't need to see any of that. We're going to go through it in simple steps. Now, as you know, I use Fibonacci. I need to configure this to make it work so it does work. So I need to add some more extension levels on. The ones that I really like and look for are the 0.618 realistically are the best ones, right? I've got a few of them on here. You can see that, but I just wanted to show you this so you can screenshot it so you can see how it's all set up. If you want to add more on, you can add the 14s or the 0.27s, but I don't tend to bother. If you want to remove some of the other extensions that I use anyways, you can. But for me, this one is important, this one's important, obviously this one's important, this one's important, because when you look at the past and when you look at how things do its thing, going from the high to the low of the previous cycle, you can kind of gauge what's going to happen here in terms of price analysis, right? So what we're seeing here in the previous cycle, we went very close to this level, $5,000 nearly, which is a mental run in all fairness. But again, I mentioned this in previous videos, and I know people are like, oh God, will you stop waffling shit and just get on with it? You know, just look at how certain levels are then utilized and they stop and turn around. And that's on the higher time frame, by the way. If you go loads of the time frame, you'll see a lot more of this kind of price action. Beautiful. Anyways, that's setting the goalposts of where it could go. Now, I'm not going to say that we're going to go to like whatever levels and huge mentalness, but you just don't know what's going to happen. The thing with Ethereum this time around, we've got staking with withdrawals, like people can actually passively earn on Ethereum, where last cycle we didn't have that. We had the DeFi mess that was created off the Ethereum network, the meme coin mania that creates huge problems, the NFT mania, the metaverse mania, where fees are ridiculous. Now, I'll be the first to admit I was wrong in terms of the update of Ethereum. I thought that with the merge and with all these new changes, we may get a bit of respite with fees, but actually no, it wasn't a part of the plan, which is freaking fantastic. That is the only thing that I hate about Ethereum, is the cost of it. It is scandalous. And today, news on the Polkadot ecosystem that, Tether, you can use Polkadot, which is great. It's a lot cheaper and it actually runs a lot faster. But the reality is Polygon is still probably the cheapest to use. Anywho, let's talk about the price prediction. Let's keep it simple. Let's go over it quickly. Now, to the lows, towards the highs, we can see where we could be going here. Now, again, profit taking is key. I am going to be doing a monster video on my Patreon tomorrow about profit taking, the psychology of it, why it's important and why you should be looking to scale out of positions to survive in a volatile market like crypto. Get in it. The link below. I am limiting, this is a warning by the way to most people, when the bulls come and it gets silly season, Patreon will be closed. It will be locked. I will lock it at a certain number to stop it getting a bit mental, because it's only £10 a month, right? I will get a lot of people and it will be pretty chaotic. Even though I'm growing now in the bear market, which is crazy, in like the altcoin lull, I will be limiting it. So don't just, think, oh, I'll come back to this. And yeah, because they will probably be a block of how many numbers are in that tier. Anyways, moving on. Level here of interest, huge level of interest, level here of obvious interest, and obviously the all-time high. But we're more focused about what's above. Now, in my opinion, I've always said that Ethereum to me is probably a $10,000 asset in the future. That's what I've maintained for a number of years now. And I've always said that just due to kind of how I feel that the value proposition versus BTC could be in the future. What the hell's happened there? 10,000. Oh my God, why are you not working? Really? So if I put 10, okay, whatever. Right, there we go. Stupid thing. Nope. You are working now. Silly thing. Anyways, we got there in the end. Add a 0. Cool. So that to me is kind of where I realistically think. That's my personal opinion in terms of a rough kind of psychological number. $10,000? Yeah. We went to 4,000 at 800. We could go to 10,000. Obviously, we can go much higher than that potentially. But a $1.2 trillion asset is pretty big for the industry, right? We remember where Bitcoin went to in the previous cycle. You get the idea, right? So when we look at that, that is a decent area, but also so is this 11,000. The previous cycle, we just failed to go to the 3.618, which is roughly around 15,200 right now in terms of that as a kind of situation. If this is invalidated, it's due to the fact that we've went below this yellow line. But as I say, I would be betting pretty big that this whole area around $10,000 is probably going to be a nice little sweet spot. If you look at the previous cycles and the growth and the previous cycles and the growth, it's called network effect, right? Network effect and the utility growth of Ethereum is going to be massive in the next cycle, in my opinion, because of staking, because of the ecosystem growth, because of the trust in the other coins that are around it as well. Ethereum is getting a little bit better, but there's still going to be NFTs, there's still going to be metaverse, still going to be shitcoins, there's still going to be all that kind of stuff as well, which is going to get people in. So it's just one of those easy factors, but you've also got the Ethereum virtual machine element on other industry coins around, be able to, communicate with Ethereum. It's huge, right? Layer 2 solutions, etc., right? So for me, personal opinion, I will be looking at scaling out around here. That's my personal belief, around $10,000. But I will keep a moon bag, obviously, just in case, because you don't want to just go all out and just go, I've sold, because it could go higher. Remember, and I go back to that profit-taking video that I'm doing, to survive, you need to take profit. You need to preserve capital because you do not want to round trip any asset. Realistically, you don't want to do it because it sucks, right? Buying at these tops at 1,400 and seeing it going down to $89, is probably going to suck. Buying at $4,000 or whatever, or nearly $5,000, and watching it go all the way down to 800 probably sucked, right? So reality is you're going to be somewhat careful. Anyways, other levels up here, obviously 15,000 and 20,000. You guessed where the thumbnails came from, didn't you? Yes. But for me, probably too far. But in the future, I'm not ruling it out for obvious reasons. Network effect is huge. We could have Ethereum as like a $2-3 trillion asset in the future and be one of the top dogs in crypto for a very, very, very long time. Because realistically, it's already been around for a while and it makes sense. But we've got to remember as well, and going on a little bit deeper here, the correlation between the BTC dominance, obviously, and most importantly, the Ethereum dominance. Now, a little bit of a bonus tip here. If you are looking to accumulate Ethereum and you've got altcoins, and this obviously carries on going up and then eventually it falls, you will be able to sell into Ethereum and gain some Ethereum, right? It's the same way it works with BTC dominance. You know, as this goes down, you're going to be growing BTC, but we've never had that with Ethereum yet. But if Ethereum does become like 30-40% of the market, or maybe, you know, 30%, yeah, I'll live with that. And then it melts down to 20% again in that bull cycle because all the altcoins went, you may well find that you could have some extra Ethereum for free, which makes it all the better, right? So there we go. I'm not going to go too much deeper because people will be like, oh, you're talking too much, you're waffling and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you like my stuff, leave a like, check out the Patreon. I am doing a live stream tomorrow on Twitch. And also, before I go, there's a free trial on Learning Crypto Premium. Link below for that as well. Free trial. 14 days. First come, first served. There's not many left.